Hey everybody, unfortunately I'm having some problems with my video right now, so I'd just like to go ahead and apologize for that. But at least you can listen to the sound of my voice. If you've been listening to Angry Mailman, he's expressed some of the concerns that I have about what President Renfro is doing in regards to our contract, especially knowing that Boston is right around the corner. With Boston coming up next week, we're in a really tight spot right now where we don't know if we have a contract and all we have is speculation upon speculation. I wish I had some good news to tell some of you, all of you, every last one of us that are part of this union, but I don't. Unfortunately, the lack of transparency has deteriorated a lot of the trust between those at the top of the NALC and all of us rank and file. And to a point, I'm sure that the relationships between rank and file and the business agents has been affected to some extent as well. Believe me when I say that I'm one of those individuals that has a lot of problems when it comes to some of these people in the union. I care about everyone in this union, and I'm doing the best that I can not to allow anything bad that happens to me to get in the way of what the ultimate goal is. The fair representation of each and every one of us at every level of the grievance procedure, as well as being a resource for all of you. The more voices that we have collectively, the easier it's going to be for every one of us to create and maintain a sustainable change within our union that will force postal management to make those changes as well. Unfortunately, we need the numbers behind us to help make those changes. And those changes start with you. You may not like to hear it, but it's the truth. It is the absolute fucking truth. Change has to start with you, and we can force that change. People in the branches don't like it, no problem. We vote them out, and we continue to make changes between our own rank and file. Talking about Boston, I'm going to go ahead and I'm doubling down on what I said a while ago. The only reason why I believe we do not have a contract is because Brian Renfro is doing one of three things, or perhaps all three. One of them for sure. I have reason to believe that Renfro is intentionally withholding a contract because Postmaster General DeJoy needs those funds to continue funding the 10-year Delivering for America plan, which involves all of the investment into these new vehicles, new sorting and distribution centers, and so forth. That money will actually help him and his plan, because you know how postal management is. Everything looks great on paper until it fails spectacularly, like it is in Atlanta and other parts of the frickin' eastern United States. The other issue is that Renfro's going up against the charges yet again. You hear Corey talking about it. You hear David Noble talking about the charges. And I truly believe, before any of them said this, that he's going to go ahead and withhold any contractual information to save his bacon. Renfro is likely not going to save anything. He's not going to give anything away until convention. I believe that it is in Brian's best interest to withhold all contractual talk and keep it to himself until Boston, in hopes that he'll be able to bury the charges that are going to ultimately come up against him yet again from Build a Fighting NALC and the concerned letter carriers, as well as any of the other delegates that are going to be there. That is what I believe his playbook is. And I really believe Corey when he says he's going to have his cronies there that are going to go ahead and they're going to go to the podiums and they're going to try to call for the question. Listen to the most recent episode of From A to Arbitration. It does get a little bit long, but listen to what David Noble has to say. Whether you think he's crazy or not, David knows his shit when it comes to the rules and the procedure, parliamentary procedure. He does state there's going to be a parliamentarian there from one of those prestigious schools that's in the area. Although I'm long-winded when it comes to some of the things that I say, I want you all to know that I care. And I wouldn't be going in this direction if I didn't. I don't care about the money from YouTube. I don't give a shit about any of that. I care about all of the members, no matter what is done to me. I am not a saint. I'm not a martyr. I'm a letter carrier. That's all I am. And I care about all 48 people between the two offices that are in my installation. The only other thing is that David Noble also did mention that there could be potential that there may not even be a contract because of everything that Renfro is going up against. The charges are going to be coming back up again. He may not have even actually have met with anybody from Postal Management. And also there's more information saying that the Executive Council doesn't have any information. Now, remember, I believe there's 28 of them, 28 or 32. It's like 28 to 32 of them on the Executive Council or something like that, some large number. But no one knows other than Brian, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway, that's all I really got right now. Make sure you listen to that 8 arbitration episode, especially when it comes to the parliamentary procedure aspect of things with David Noble. When they call for the question, make sure you vote no, vote nay, get that discussion out there and let those charges be aired out. If you are a delegate, do not allow yourself to be silenced because you are uncomfortable. There are going to be a lot of people there that are going to want information. And the problem is that the smartest people that want to keep the power are going to try to do the most unethical things, like exactly what Renfro has been doing, exactly what Barner has been doing. And that's keeping us in the dark. And they don't want any of these things coming to light. And the best part is that we have a lot of great people that are bringing this information out to light, especially bringing it straight to Corey. Make your voices heard. Do not be afraid to be that delegate at the podium asking those hard questions. If anyone's bringing up those charges, I implore you, find your courage, find your integrity. Do not allow anyone to bend or break your will. Be that voice, because at that convention, that is when all of us, the collective of this union, get to be heard. And we have the power to get rid of Renfro and get somebody else in there to actually make a long-lasting, sustainable change in our union, which will ultimately affect our wages, our benefits, which include paid time off, health insurance, dental, vision, care, etc. All of those things. And hopefully we can actually start getting some contractual language that forces contractual compliance that's built in more so than what we actually have in the national agreement. Not to mention, I know you guys are probably sick and tired of freaking buying extra shoes, because $500 doesn't get you very much past a pair of pants, a few shirts, and a pair of boots. Anyway, hopefully they'll abate that real quick. Anyway, all of you, thank you very much for those of you that decided to listen in. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Take care of yourselves. Have yourselves a good one. Make sure you relax, hydrate, and remember, brakes is necessary in the heat. Let your carriers know. Have yourselves a good one.